Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. I hope you are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good, I'm doing good, and you know I got a great topic for you always. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. We welcome you. On this channel, we heal, we elevate, we grow spiritually, and we work on being better versions of ourselves than we were yesterday. And applying the knowledge is key. Okay, if you really want to see things start to shift in your life, and we're going to jump into some things. Let me watch where I'm going, because y'all know I be walking into trees. I be walking into everything. We got to talk about why our prayers, or why we haven't received what it is that we're asking for, and we've been doing the work. That's number one. Number one, if you haven't been doing any work to really make the shift in your life, if you haven't been doing any work to be better than you was yesterday, I'm gonna need you to exit left, because we stop trying to cheat. You can't cheat your way to where you're trying to go. Okay, hard work. All right, we working hard because the pressure be on. So fam, when you really want to grow, and there's things that you're accustomed to doing, like you're accustomed to thinking negative, you're accustomed to bad habits. That's what we're going to call them. We're going to call them bad habits. When you're accustomed to bad habits and temptation come knocking at the door, right? You got to have that strength and that mindset that, all right, I'm growing past this. Even something small as watching your language, right? Sometimes we just got a potty mouth. It's just something we had, right? And so when you're working on not having that potty mouth and you're around someone that curse like a sailor, you gotta be on game. It's like, okay, you could curse, but I know I'm not cursing. You don't gotta be correcting everybody and thinking you the curse police, But it's about when temptation is in front of you, you have to have that strength and that courage to know what you're standing for yourself. Right? So fam, you are in your own lane. You are working on being a better version of yourself. You're not trying to compete with X, Y, and Z, because we don't have to do that. All right? So that's how we're going to talk about if we've been doing the work internally. That's what I'm talking about. Not just going to work and clocking in. No, we're not talking about that. Okay? We've been doing the work to grow our spirit, grow our mind, grow ourselves, grow our brand, X, Y, and Z. So let's jump right into it. So fam, if you've been doing the work and you still haven't really received the answers that you've been looking for, and you've been just patient and patient and patient, there may be one more thing that you're forgetting to do as you're growing and you're elevating, and definitely spiritually. So fam, this is more on spiritual growth, just pointing out there. So fam, is being strategic, right? Let me see how I'm going so fast. Sorry. This is good. This is good. That's why I'm like, hold on. If I go this way and the kids be coming out, they be trying to get crazy with me. Let's walk this way. All right. When you are growing spiritually, right, and you are putting yourself into your position, meaning you are filling the seat that you was called to fill, and you are making the shifts to own that seat, and you're getting ready, you have to be mindful that you are closing closed doors. Let me say that one more time, so fam. Closing closed doors. See, sometimes, so fam, we moving on and we are making shifts, but still in the back of our mind, we got a little foot. See, a little foot? You got a little foot still in that door, because you afraid. You walking in faith, but you like, just in case, let me keep that door just ajar, right? So you keep that door open just enough so that if you have to run back, it's safe, right? So you never really walk fully in faith, because you like, let me peek, let me see first. And listen, so fam, God see you. God see that you kind of got your fingers crossed behind your back. right? Like, I'm over it, I'm moving on, I'm growing, but let me keep my foot over here, and you blocking your blessings, so you stopping your growth, so fam. You're not gonna really receive what it is that's meant for you if you're not being 100% truthful. You're not being 100% faithful. You're not being 100% trustworthy of what God could do in your life. Because in the back of your mind, behind the closed doors, right, you got 4 or 5 doors open. You got to close those doors, so fam. You got to close them. It's so good. It's so good. You have to close those doors because if you moving forward, there's no going back. Sometimes we trying to move forward, but then we gonna keep trying to run back and go and rescue things that it's not your job. That's not your position. If you did what you can do, and it's time for you to move on, so fair, move on. In your mind, it's done. I'm closing it. I'm moving on, hands down. And if someone from that chapter is meant to come forward in your next chapter, let them knock. Let them knock, so fam. Sometimes we don't even close it for them to knock. We just leaving it open, and we just there. And then we over here like, God, hey, I've been patient. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. And then you start to get frustrated, and God is getting frustrated with you. Like, why you don't trust what I'm telling you to do? I done showed you what you needed to see, and for some reason, I see that you don't believe me. And since if you don't trust and believe me, I'm gonna just patiently wait for you to trust and believe me. And until then, you can continue to work on things. It doesn't hurt anyone. You continue to do what you need to do, but you have to be more truthful with yourself, so fam. You have to be more realistic with yourself. Like, okay, if you want to keep that door open, right, for whatever's coming in front of you, right, for whatever reasons you want to keep that door open, you're going to cause confusion for yourself. You're going to put yourself in a confused position because you're going to have so much happening around you, and you're going to, not to say mess up, but you're going to fumble the ball. You're going to put yourself at a higher risk of fumbling the ball. And not to say you're going to fumble the ball, but it's like, why put yourself in a difficult situation, in a difficult position, when God got it lined up for you nice and easy? It's a nice, easy roll. It's a nice, easy step. Yeah, there's some hard choices that you have to make. Yeah, there's some sacrifices that you have to make. Yeah, there's some things that you got to let go that you may not want to let go. Let's talk about... We're going to talk about this, whole fam, because I know a lot. Okay? And not in a cocky way, but listen, so fam, I know we like to self-medicate, and just do things to pass the time. Give yourself an honest time frame without self-medications. Give yourself that full trust in God's hands, and let go of the substances. I'm gonna be transparent, so fam. I know I've been there, done that. Okay, and there's times where it show back up, and temptation be knocking. I be like, yeah, smell good, But it's like, it's bigger purpose. The position that you're asking for is bigger than sitting around and playing around and just making poor choices, and jeopardizing what you have. And not to say that it's the worst thing in the world. All I'm saying is, take that time to have a clear mind. Sometimes we don't actually take the time that's needed to have a clear mind and have a clear path, and then we have too much going on and too much happening, and so then you're just always confused. Why be confused when you can have clarity? And you'll see for yourself. That's all I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, so man. Is God has the power to really give you everything that you're asking for. Give you all the pleasures. Give you all the rewards. Give you whatever it is. Why not? You know, like why would he not want to bless you and have you sit up and kick your feet back? You know what I'm saying? But we can't be unrealistic either. We can't be spoiled. You know what they say, spoil you the kid, the rod, something like that. God knows what happens when you're spoiled. And he just hands you everything without you working for it. That might be why the world is how it is today, because God probably just spoiled us. We still spoiled, you know? And when you break out of that phase and you really work for what it is that you want, you walk with your head higher. Like, wow, I worked for this. I'm enjoying this. You're not even gonna feel guilty, because it's like, I didn't put in the time, I didn't put in the work, I didn't put in the effort, you're gonna just feel so peaceful that nobody can tell you what you know. You know, no one can easily change your mind. You're not going to get down the path, be living la vida loca, and then have someone say, God isn't real. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to be like, really? And then you're going to easily believe that. You're going to be so certain with your relationship. You're going to be so happy with your relationship. You're going to be so elevated in your relationship that it'll speak for itself. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause listen. Point is, so fam, be sure that you are closing these doors that God has showed you need to be closed. And when you close the doors with love, release, put it out the window. Maybe not out the window, because that's a little hard drop, but put it in the box, lock it up, send it down the elevator, send it down the escalator, the incinerator, whatever you want to call it. Close the door, lock the door, bolt the door, and go about your business and do what it is that you have to do. And don't be afraid that you're going to be hanging out on a limb just there. You're not. Even when you think of the worst case scenario, of course you're going to think of the worst case scenario. Go with the best case scenario. Okay, that's what I like to do. Best case scenario is all goes well. Right? All goes well. And as you shift your mindset, and as you're growing, and as you're elevating, and as you're asking for clarity, you will receive it. But don't think for 1 second that God don't see that foot hanging through the door with you got the door prop. You sitting there with the door prop. Unprop that door, babe. Unprop that door. Yeah, so fam, for those that are new to the channel, like, let me turn around so you can see me. For those that are new to the channel, we welcome you. On this channel, again, we heal, we elevate, and we work on being better versions of ourselves than we was yesterday. And if you ever want to book a session and have a conversation, my details are always below. And if you need a free guide, check out AmeliaOnlineAcademy.com, and you'll really start to see where it is in your life that you need some healing, some love, some clarity, all that great stuff. And in order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge. Applying the knowledge is key if you really want to succeed and see things start to shift in your life in a positive direction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Press the bell so you see when I post again. And I'm going to see you at the next one. Bye for now.